Let me do it. All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
That's right. I am here. This is NC Tyra Hunter, and Jeff is here live. I'm actually supposed to be broadcasting on both channels right now. Not quite sure who's on which. I can't tell at the moment. But nevertheless, I am here with New England Truth. He is my special guest today. So I don't know if you guys remember who New England Truth is, but he hadn't done a whole lot in about a year or maybe more. I'll let him tell that story in just a second. He does have a story to tell, and we're going to talk about some events, right, that's been going on with him, if he wishes to talk about them. And we're going to talk about some, I guess, that happened to me. So I'll let New England Truth introduce himself, and we can get going here.
Well, first I'd like to open up with a little story that has really nothing to do with auditing, but it's special to me, and I hope it's special to you. When I joined the community, I was a general manager of a restaurant looking to take over 2 states as a multi-unit supervisor. I was assaulted and arrested by a police officer. I got into this community and became very isolated because a lot of people don't like what we do. I reached out to people through the community because they seem to be, good people, genuine people. And NC Tyrant Hunter, Jeff, was one of those people. So when I was in one of my live chats and I went through a difficult time, I reached out to him. He sent me his phone number. I called that phone number and I spoke to a guy for about a half an hour, and it was one of the most beautiful conversations at the time. Apologize about the dogs in the background.
Sounds like you got
we got 2 Roddies in the background. I'm going to go outside, guys. Hold on one second.
Oh, you good, man? Shit happens, right? Why
Rottweilers playing? That was 2 Roddies playing, by the way.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. If I hadn't said that already, a lot of people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out with us. I appreciate that.
Thank you guys too. And so I ended up calling this guy and talking to him. I ended up calling Jeff and talking to him for about a half an hour on the phone. He doesn't remember this at all, I'm sure.
I don't.
So the gentleman at the end, when I'm talking and I'm sharing and I'm in my, I had just lost a 4-month-old unborn child, and I was, all alone. After a half an hour, I said, well, Jeff, I really appreciate you spending this time with me because I'm in a difficult spot. And the guy goes, my name is not Jeff. He sounded exactly like Jeff. All I did was transpose the last 2 digits in his phone number, and I spoke to some stranger for a half an
Oh,
hour
oh
in
wow.
Jeff's honor. And the guy what he said to me was beautiful. I don't care who you are. If you're a person in pain, I'm here to help. And that just what it did was at the point where I was at the lowest point in my life, it showed me that there still can be faith in humanity. There's still good people out there and they believe in, you know, doing the right thing. That was my story. It's not really significant, it's not profound, but for me, it's extremely personal and profound.
No, that was actually a great story because I was getting worried. I'm like, wow, did we have this conversation? I know my memory's bad. I know my memory really, really, it is absolutely bad. It's really, really bad. But I would have remembered that. I'm thinking to myself, did we fucking talk? Oh my god, how can I not remember this? So that's
I
actually
thought I was talking to you.
yeah, yeah,
And the guy listened to me a good 15, 20 minutes.
right. That's an awesome story actually, and you're right. They are. I believe it. I believe there's still good people out there. I really do. And let me and I'll even give some examples. Right. As I see Lion One throwing out my PayPal pool link. There was awesome people out here in this community, and yes, auditing community is a community. It may be a fucked up community at times, right? And auditors fighting back and forth with one another, but it's still a community nonetheless.
Mm.
They are awesome freaking people that love helping others, right? And I don't think there's no better community out there on the internet. That's my honest opinion. I don't think there's a better group of people than the auditing, cop watching, activists group. So
Mhm.
because they just majority of them like the help. They absolutely like the help, and they do.
I think one thing we should realize is that we all do have a common purpose, and we forget that because, unfortunate, like you just mentioned, certain people will make a platform out of criticizing other people, and that's not healthy. That doesn't,
Right.
divide and conquer. Sun Tzu, the art of war. We have to somehow be able to, like you said, without being organized officially, be a community, just kind of like treat each other kind of, without not kid gloves, but not really beat up on each other. And it seems like that's what we do.
Right. No doubt. That's
Hippie
hey,
auditor.
hey hippie, what's up, my man?
What's up, my
Trying
man?
to pin this link. It's not letting me pin it for some reason. I think. Can you hear us, hippie?
Yes, sir.
All
Can you
right,
hear
I
me?
got you. Yep. Yeah. Thanks for yeah, and I just put the link out there, guys. If you guys want to jump up here, I don't know why that. Okay, I had a link pinned already. That's why it wouldn't pin. Dur.
There is a second purpose to why I wanted to come here tonight, Jeff.
Okay.
And that was to discuss, you know, you sent me a letter, and I don't want to read the letter because it was very personal. But, you know, when we're auditing, we're out there and people don't realize the risks that we actually have to endure. And I'm not just talking about being arrested, I'm talking about all the other things. And we as auditors believe in something, and I believe collectively we do. You have, and I have the same style. You and I have received similar consequences. How do we balance what we believe in against, our personal lives and our families and all those people? And I wanted to ask you personally, with the upcoming issue that you have, what do you think? Do you think, like me, we should change? Do you think that we should stay the same? What do you think?
Do you think, or let me make sure I get the question right here. So, do
Sure.
you think with our auditing style? as being similar? Do you think we should change because it jeopardizes our family in some ways?
Well, I think the end result, like if we want, for me, I went out extremely passionate based on what happened to me. And even though I'm acting, I'm still passionate on that side of it, the aggression side of it. I feel like you and I are a lot alike. And
I agree.
it seems like at the end, like when you look at Turner v. Driver and those case laws that actually have case law, they're more passive. They're not like you and I, where and it's hard because when I feel like somebody's trying to put me down, man, somebody's trying to get on top of me, man, I want to stand up. I want to stand up. And I think you're the same way.
I
But
do.
it seems like in the long run, we end up paying the consequences for being like with that approach versus a more passive approach.
I got you. And I'll say this. I don't know, even if I wanted to change, I don't know if I could, right? And I say that and I remember talking to you about the why you took a step back, right? Why you took a step back, and because you had a lot of stuff going on, right? And you just and I think if I understood it correct, you wanted to see if you still had the passion for it, and maybe if you was doing it for the right reasons.
Yes.
And I got asked that question through text. I'm not going to say who I was texting. Asked me the same question. Do you feel now, that you've been arrested twice, well, actually 3 times, and you potentially had to serve some jail time, right? Do you still believe in what you're doing? And the answer is yes, I absolutely do. Now, and people's asked me this too. Well, are you going to calm down a little bit? Well, I'm always calm if the situation is calm, right? But when people walk, even if it's not a cop, even if it's a private citizen, you come up on me with an attitude and disrespecting me, I have no doubt I'm gonna bring it back on you tenfold. It's just what I don't think I could do it any other way.
Well,
Now,
here's what I was thinking.
should
I
I
was watching.
let me finish right, please. Should I be more laid back? No, I don't think I should. Why shouldn't I let people know that I'm displeased? Right? Why shouldn't I get mouthy because you try to violate my rights or put hands on me or tried to put hands on me or lie to me about a law or a statute or what have you, right? Why shouldn't I voice loud and proud that you're not gonna do that to me, even though they do, and they still will grab you and put you in handcuffs and take you to jail, right? So I don't even know if I could. I'm sure I could keel back a little bit, maybe the tone, maybe the BAMs, maybe, right? Maybe I could. And maybe if I do have to do the 60 days in jail, maybe it will make me think more. But until then, I'm going to keep going out and making sure that they respect my rights, even though I still got the potential to be arrested,
Well, you know that I respect you and I admire you. And I'm going to tell you, when I took that year off, I stopped watching YouTube. I didn't do anything with YouTube when I said that. I started watching this guy, Hippie Auditor, and he was so
yeah, right.
FPB, baby. I started watching this guy, Hippie Auditor, and he was so like chill, like he had just smoked the joint before he walked into this audit. And I said, at the end of the day, he's going to get better results than I, even though I'm standing up for myself, because you and I are so much alike. I don't know, and I said this to Hippie Auditor, I don't know if I can go back and be that. I might actually, I'm afraid that I'm just going to revert back to the same freaking guy. But at the end of the day, if we actually want to enact real change, it seems that we need to be more passive, even when we want to like fire up. I got that fire in my belly like you, bro.
Yeah.
how do we do that? I don't know if I can either. I'm so much like you. That's my point. I'm trying to have this discussion with you because of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
Like, I don't want to
appreciate it.
do time in jail. I just did 10 days. I got sentenced. The first case I ever lost was October of last year.
Right.
10 days in jail, you know, and I
Yeah.
only did 4. But the point is, okay, what can I do different to avoid this part of it?
Right. And let me say this too. Oh, and Pigman videos audits. I got me on full screen because I don't know. I don't think I've ever talked to you. Just how to make sure it's you. If anybody else is know who this is, that'd be great to speak up
That's me, Jeff.
before I can put you on camera there. All right, man. I appreciate you cutting your camera on. You can turn it back off now. I don't think you're gonna. And the reason why, let me explain the reason why is because, you know, somebody will come up here with a dick pic or something and then try to kick me off the internet. So
Yeah,
that's
they will.
why
Yeah, they
that's
will.
why we have to
Protect
make
yourself.
sure, you know, yeah, absolutely. Make sure it's not gonna happen. And it still may happen. So all right. Thanks for being up here, Pigman videos.
No,
Where
Pigman.
was I going? Where was I going? I had a thought. If I start speaking over somebody, it's because my memory sucks ass, and I want to get it out before I forget, and I forgot what I was about to say. So yeah,
It's your channel, bro.
yeah. Well, so Hippie, talk to us, man. What you got something you want to talk about or say on the subject?
You know, I just I act the way I do in my audits because currently, as of yet, you know, I haven't really run into a disrespectful cop. You know, I've had some disrespectful women, you know, who stomped all over me, and I gave them the utmost respect because that's what I do to women. But you know, I had a town hall I was in, and the town manager's yelling to the officer, "I want this man trespassed. You know, he's impeding business in the town hall." And the officer said, "I can't do that. He's done nothing wrong." And in that case, I actually did a video, and I went down to the police station. I did an accommodation for that guy because, you know, how often does that happen?
Right. Absolutely.
You know
I've
what I'm
met some
saying?
good ones. Hippie, I've met some good cops, man. And listen, let me go ahead and put this out there again. I put this out there every time I go live, every time I do a show. I don't hate cops. I never have hated them.
That's
I really
right.
don't have
That's
hate for anybody. I really don't
That's
hate
right, yeah.
anybody. I don't give a damn. And unless you come up to me and smack me in the face, or, you know, one of my kids or my family or my friend, you know, do something heinous like that. If you talk shit or do whatever, I'm not going to hate you, man. Lock me up. I'm not gonna hate you, right? I may not like you very much, but I'm not gonna hate you. I hate nobody, right?
I'm sure maybe that day will come when an officer will give me some flack. I showed NET a little video chunk of an officer thing that I had, and you know, they were disrespectful to me, and I gave it right back. But I didn't actually post that video. But truth is, I'm not going to disrespect somebody who's going to give me respect, and that's just how I feel, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I agree. I get this, and I tell this too. I mean, I say this all the time. I give what I get most of the time. Now, I will say, everyone, now and again, you know, it always happens. You wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You have a chip on your shoulder before you even roll up wherever you're going to be recording, right? And I have, you know, jumped off the gun, you know, and started way too high peel, right? I mean, I really
Sure.
too fast, right? It should have waited, you know, but not too often. I don't do that too often. And anybody's got a bad day, right? And a lot of times, and I've even done this, a lot of times I won't even post that video. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like I really done the right thing, right? Or post it and say, hey man, I was a little bit too hard on this one, you know. And I've said that before, you know, I've said that before, or this one didn't really deserve that. You know, so it happens. It absolutely happens, right?
I think the difference between you and NET is that, you know, you guys have had a lot more experiences with cops that have been disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I haven't
Well, one
really
of the
done enough
differences
videos that I've had these experiences. I'm
It
sure
will
they'll
happen,
come. I
Hippie.
promise.
It'll,
I'm sure
yeah,
it will.
it will. I don't care. I don't care if you're the nicest, right? Listen, unless you back down, right, at the drop, like, hey, you got to leave. Okay, I'm gone. You know, unless you do stuff like that, or you know, give me your ID when they ask, and you go ahead and just pull it out before they even ask you. If you do stuff like that, if you I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. This is what I think. Like kissing their ass or licking their boots, right? Then one, you shouldn't be out there to start with, right?
Yeah.
And you got to stand your ground somewhat. You don't have to get arrested. Let me repeat that because everybody thinks you do. You don't have to get arrested. Even though I've been arrested, a lot of auditors and cop watchers have been arrested, but you don't have to get arrested to prove your point. Now, you might get some shit talked to you if you don't stand your ground and take an arrest, but let them just talk that shit, right? On both of the times I was arrested, one time I was actually backing away, was going to leave. The last one I did, the first one I wasn't going nowhere. Actually, the one at Seymour Johnson, I wasn't moving either. I told him I wasn't moving because I was tired of getting pushed around. That's the one that got dismissed. But the other two, you know, one I should have backed down maybe, but I didn't. Two, I was actually backing up as I was getting arrested. So you
Well,
don't have to
I'm
be
going to tell
arrested
you,
to
Jeff,
prove your point.
I
Yeah,
have never been arrested on an audit, and I've
right.
always represented. I've been arrested through the mail or had a cop come to my house and offer me a piece of paper. I've never been arrested,
I remember
and I've
that.
always represented myself in a court of law. I have never allowed somebody else to do that for me. I don't
Right.
want somebody to speak for me. Now, that's me personally. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that, but I hate it when my voice, my specific voice, can't be heard in front of that judge.
Oh, it's
I
hard.
want that judge to hear me speak. So when it comes to making motions about my specific case, I'm not an attorney. I'm not intelligent. But if it comes to my case, bam, I'm going to look that shit up. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to come for you. I'm going to meet with the prosecutors, and I'm going to tell them, do you believe in the truth, or do you want to continue this status quo? Because that's the
Right.
way I roll.
That's good. And it's good that you can do that.
Yeah, but it's at
Absolutely.
my
It's
cost.
it's wonderful you can do that. Now there's some like me that can't do that, right? And I know people say, yes, you can, yes, you can. Come on. I know my limits, right? I do. I
That's
absolutely
right.
know my limits. And I can't speak that language. I read and read and read about it. But I can't, I just can't speak it. And half of
It's
it I
called
can't even read.
legalese.
Yeah.
Legalese, yeah.
Yeah. I call it P Latin. But I mean, because I can't, you know, some people, I'm one of them that I can't read it half the time, and I damn sure couldn't
You know what? I've been
articulate
in
it.
front of
You know?
judges that will sit there and actually listen to you, regardless of how well you articulate, as long as you are truthful and honest and genuine. I
Right.
think, there are situations, and I'm not trying to tell anybody to be their own attorney. What I'm saying is there are situations where you can actually go to trial, whether it's a traffic ticket, whether it's whatever. You don't have to just take that plea deal.
Right. I got you. I'm going to go ahead and Pigman video audits, man. You got something you want to add? I mean, you've been sitting there quietly, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, Jeff, we all audit our own ways,
Yep.
really. And me,
Right.
I was fined $100 for holding a sign, and then I challenged it. The local quasi court tried charging me $5,000 for it.
What?
Yeah, it's all on my channel. I documented the whole entire thing on my channel.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like you. I go look up the laws, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
And I do have a lawyer. Unfortunately, he's fighting for me, but I also know the laws better than he does. And the quasi court said that Constitution law is out. You cannot bring it in here. We don't care about it. Take it up with the next court. So I just finally got my court date, to take it up to the next court, to where constitutional law is going to come in. It's crazy what the small town Ponte Gorda, Florida does.
Right.
I wish you good luck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Waiting.
I mean, and look, I already know that the lawyers work for the court system too, right? They
Yeah.
I already know that they even though you pay them, they don't have I mean, they're supposed to have your best interest, right? Now, when I went to court and had my my bench trial, right? And here in North Carolina, you go to the bench trial first, right? It's not that way everywhere, but here it's a little fucked up. Excuse my French. Because you do the bench trial first, right? And then you get your appeal, your jury trial. And I know they work for the court system, so they don't they get to go home. You get the 60
wheeling
days
and
in jail,
dealing.
they get to go home. And I don't think the attorney that I had on my bench trial done a bad job. And now could he have fought a little harder? Maybe. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the appeal. Go ahead, Chester County.
Did you have a jury trial, or did the judge?
It was a bench trial.
A bench trial. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it didn't go to a jury.
The appeal will. Like I said a while ago, North Carolina does the bench trial first. You don't have the right to a jury trial on your first one.
That's not like going to a magistrate.
No, it's not a magistrate. This is a judge. It's in court, in a courtroom with people. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's not the magistrate. And that's what's different about North Carolina versus other states. You start with your bench trial. You can't just say, hey, I want a jury trial. It don't work like that. What's up?
The bench trial is just for the judge, but do you still get a probable cause hearing? Do you get something before that pre-trial stuff?
No.
Huh.
No, that's it. No. And then you go to the appeal after that. So, and that's where I'm at. Yep. News Now Ninja, what's up, my man?
What's up, everybody? Sorry, I was going to let everybody get their talking in before I said anything. There was something y'all were speaking about earlier I wanted to chime in on a little bit. Can y'all hear me all right?
It's a little low, but go ahead.
A little low.
So,
there you go.
I'll just speak up, I guess. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all were speaking about if you should change, and you were like, I don't know if I could change. And I believe there's different ways for us to carry ourselves in audits. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do a cheers real quick to this before I say it.
Right on.
But I believe that our community, and like you said, it's a crazy community, but it is a community. And we might not all get along all the time, but we are working towards freedom. And we all kind of have our own same goals. They might have slight variations, but we're all out there to capture and bring transparency to the police departments. And I think that the community, because we have all of our differences, is very strong because of that simple fact. If we were all, it's the way I see it's like a box of crayons, and I say it all the time, but if a box of crayons were all yellow or all blue or purple, then it would be a pretty boring box of crayons, right? You wouldn't be able to get much creativity done with that box of crayons. It's all only blue. So the fact that we have so many different types of auditors and so many different types of styles is what brings a unique perspective to what we do. And I don't even know what people would consider my style, because there's some times where I'm like super nice, and I always try to start nice, but I give them what they give back to me. So if they come up to me nice and respectful, then I'm nice and respectful. I'll answer some questions and stuff as long as they're not too revealing. But if they come up to me acting like a dick, then I'm going to give it right back, And
right.
So I don't know. I wanted to just chime in on that because y'all were talking about whether you think you should change your styles. And I think that everybody should be who they are, and there's no need to change who you are to please anybody. We need to be who we are every day. Wake up and be proud of who you are, guys. We're all go through hard times, but y'all are all beautiful humans to me, and we're all just as important as the other. And just be who you are. It's most important to be who you are. Carry yourself with respect. And as long as you're doing that, then I don't see any issues with raising your voice at a tyrant, because a tyrant sometimes needs his ears to get chewed off, you know, verbally, not physically, obviously. I'm not talking about actually biting them, but sometimes someone needs to just get chewed out sometimes. And I can tell you there's been a couple times in my life I've been chewed out, and it changed my perspective, and it made me act right, you know. Sometimes those verbal chew outs had to be physical ass whoopings from my parents, you know. So sometimes these things are needed. Sometimes someone needs to get yelled at when they're out of line. But I just believe we should carry each other with respect. And I hope one day that, you know, this does help make a positive change in the future. But NC Tyrant Hunter, I hope you never change, brother, because I love your style, man, and always have. And all you guys on here, I appreciate everybody that goes out and just turns on a camera and records. I appreciate all of you genuinely.
No doubt. No doubt. I appreciate that. And like I said a while ago, I don't know if I can, right? And I'm not saying I want to, right? But even if I wanted to, I really don't know if I could change. I know my wife would like for me to change a little bit, because, you know, because
seriously, yeah.
you know, there's a lot of people that say, you know, that I need to change, but I'm not doing it for, you know, I'm not, I listen to people, don't get me wrong. So I hear, you know, right, the comments, I see the comments, I read almost every one of them. Sometimes there's a lot, so I can't get to all of them, but I try to do my best with getting to them and hearting them. And I really hear you. I really hear you guys in the comments, in the chat, right? Some say, you know, just do you. Others say, yeah, you're too much of a hard ass. But, you know, there's a way to be in between, right? And I think that's where I'm at, right? A little in between. I'll give you what you give me, right? And I've always been that way. I've been that way to my friends. I've been that way to my family. You know, you give me, I'll respect you. You just treat me with a little respect, and then everything will be great. So, you know, in respect is earned, right, guys?
Sure.
It's not,
And you know, when people think about the auditing community, it's not like there hasn't been significant change enacted. People think, well, I see all these auditors getting arrested. And I say that too. Like, I think there's a national pushback inspired from the FBI. That's what I've been saying for a long time. But I think that there's so much significant change that's also been enacted that it's still worth it, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Do you think that they give you more respect when you're constitutionally carrying?
You know what? When I'm, we got open carry here in North Carolina, of course.
Yeah, well, constitutional open carry, whatever.
No, that's fine. No, I'm just clear. You know, just throw that out there.
Yep.
I open carry a lot.
Yep.
And I have maybe once or twice didn't even acknowledge my firearm. And it's hard.
Wow.
They're more worried about that camera, right?
Right. I mean, well, I don't. Yeah. They and I had to even say, "Did you notice my firearm?" Oh yeah, I seen it. So I'm thinking, would that be the first fucking thing I'd want to keep my eye on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, and of course I keep my hand on my monopod, both of them, at all times, pretty much all time, unless I'm wiping sweat from my eyes, right? Which I do that a lot too. But my hand never goes down by my side, because I don't want to get, you know, shot, for one, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want them to be able to say, oh, I thought he was reaching. Fuck that. So, but they don't really care. I mean, they hadn't really said a whole lot. I've had like one, maybe two. I can't exactly remember the number, but very seldom do they even acknowledge, hey man, appreciate you, you know, carrying your firearm. And I've had more civilians say that than I had cops. So there you go.
Well, when is the worst scenario? When was the a time where you felt the most threatened during an audit?
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to think about that one. Because my memory does suck. Let me think.
Blind Justice, where they were screwing with you guys down there downtown. Seems to
That
be.
would, yeah. As far as the citizens go, absolutely, yeah. Yes, as I was thinking of that one. I was trying to figure if it was one with the cops that was had me nervous, but I really don't have one that I thought I was going to get shot or anything. But I did have one like you said, Chester County News down there at and I really wasn't even scared, to be honest with you, though. But that was the closest I think I've ever been to being murdered, right? By a couple hundred people at once. So, and if you guys don't know about it, then go look it up, man. Madison, North Carolina. That's all you got to do is put in.
It looks like there's some other folks that are attempting to jump in the stream, guys. So I'm gonna cut out of here and let some other people have their say. I just wanted to chime in on never change, always be yourself, and I love y'all guys.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Peace.
Yeah.
Be peaceful to each other.
Thanks for being you. Yeah. Hang on.
I agree with him wholeheartedly. There's no playbook. There's no guidelines. There's no rule book here. We're going to just figure this out on our own, and we're going to evolve. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be perfect. We're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think that if we keep moving forward, we are going to continue to enact change. We're going to criticize each other. I get it. The evolution is there. But it's people like you, and I know you're going through a difficult time and that's why I wanted to talk to you, because of that letter you sent me, that email.
Yeah.
I want you to know that there's a whole community behind you, bro. We do love you. We understand that it's this fundamental thing that we all have seen in society, the hypocrisy, the crap. It's enough. And that's why we're all behind you, bro, because you, regardless of your approach, you're doing it, man. You're doing it.
Right. And I appreciate that. And I listen, right? That's one thing that I do. I listen to people, and sometimes the negative stuff, gets to me, but I'm human, right? Sometimes the negative comments, the negative, people in the chat, or negative people about doing whatever, right? That just the negativity in general. And I'm not even talking just on my channel. I go to other people's, and I might not say nothing in the chat sometimes, but I just listen, right? Just the negativity is just, sometimes it just weighs. Sometimes it weighs on you, man. It really does.
It does, because when you step through this door, it's not like I would love it to be like hippie, where it's all peace and pot leaves, but it's really a lot of negativity. Your friends, your family, people you don't remember for 20 years. I've had so many people threaten me. It's so much negativity, but it takes the character like yours and mine to persevere. And we have to persevere, because what alternative do we have? To just negate the Constitution altogether, or negate the fact that these people don't even know the law?
Well, look at the protests that went on from the medical workers in Rhode Island, and I think it was Colorado. I mean, people are getting pissed off, and they're gonna look to the constitutionalists or libertarians, whatever you want to call them, people that believe in the Constitution. And if you can't deal with a camera, and we need to weed out the people that can't deal with the camera, because you can also have your Second Amendment and your Fourth Amendment. When they start chasing you around with needles, trying to stick them in your arm, and you don't want it, there needs to be a community that's going to work together to, and who's going to enforce that, right? Is it going to be guys in green shirts? Is it going to be the guys in the blue shirts?
No, the brown shirts, the Nazis, the brown shirts.
So, well, I get the brown shirts, but is it going to be cops or the military?
Let me say this. I see you there. Let me say this right quick while it's fresh on my brain. No Justice just said something in the chat a while ago to me that makes everything worthwhile, right? No Justice just told me. Let me see if I can find it so you guys can read it with me. Check this out. I mean, this right here, and a lot of people say you can't make friends on YouTube or on internet. I say bullshit. I say bullshit. We are like, ain't we? Tyrone? Because I definitely have some friends out here. Not only because of my content, not only because I do videos, not only because I'm on YouTube, right? Which we probably wouldn't never meet if I hadn't have been on YouTube. Wow. Thanks, Boomer. Wow. Thank you for that super chat, man, or super sticker.
Oh, wow. Thank you,
Awesome.
Boomer.
No
Way
doubt,
to look
man.
out.
No doubt. Thank you so much for that. But I have no doubt that I got people that really care about me. That really, just like I'm gonna bring up Sarah, one hot gal, right?
Yeah.
I really care about her. I cared about her, right? I might not have told her every time I talked to her, which I wish I had. But I really cared about her. She was a bright bulb, right? She was a bright star, I guess I should say, with always a smiling face, even though she was hurting, even though she was down. She's always gave a smile and asked how your day was, right? And that's what I remember, right? And that's what I like to remember about YouTube and the internet, right? So, I have no doubt that there's a lot of people that wants to see me get locked up, right? That wants to see something bad happen to me. I have no doubt. But I don't worry about those people. I worry about the people that really care about me, that really got my back. And I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm not talking about none of that bullshit.
I will tell you this.
That'll actually text me or email me asking me how my day was or asking me if I'm all right.
I will tell you this. When I went to jail, and I haven't been in jail in 37 years prior to that, I went to the same jail. I ended up in 4 cells down from the previous cell I was in 37 years. But when I told people that I was an auditor, I got so much respect. I felt like I was in church. I wasn't in jail. I'm going to tell you something. Let everybody know you'll get mad respect if that happens.
Right. Hopefully it don't, but go ahead, hippie.
Can I just chime in here real quick? I just want to say to you, man, that video, I played that video on my channel, and it made me cry. And I hardly knew Sarah, to be fair. She was on my channel a lot in the chats. She did come on panel once. I didn't really know her that well, but let me tell you, man, I love that video. That is some amazing stuff, brother. Just want you to know that.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Hello, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, Derek? Good to see you, man.
Black national freedom fighter in the house.
That's right.
Out the house or around the corner, something like that.
All right.
So, we're talking about Sarah.
Well, we're talking about a little bit of everything. I jumped off the topic. I think a little bit when we was talking about people that care about us, people that the
community.
What kind of community and
well, you got
there's a lot of good people in this community. There's a lot of hate, but there's more love. Than there is hate.
Thank you, sir.
Well, you got more than me.
Well, I mean, you still got some though, Derek. I love you to death, man. I mean, you like a brother to me, so we don't talk all the time, but I mean, we text back and forth every once in a while. You know what I mean? So
I learned a quote about 40 years ago, and it said, brother. "Stick with the winners." So if you find somebody that you can relate to that is positive in this community, stick with them. It doesn't matter how many subscribers they have. If they're good people, they're good people.
Yep. I agree with you.
There's hate too, Derek. There's hate too. Don't get it twisted. We all know that.
my favorite quote is, "People are like seasons.
Right.
Some come and stay with you forever, and some people leave and fall."
I
But
heard
the
that.
true character of a person will prevail. You will know a person
Exactly.
whether it's vicarious through the internet or whether it's meeting them in person. You will be able to tell eventually.
Exactly.
Eventually.
Yep.
Love them glasses.
Nice glasses.
Thank you for that, hippie.
You're muted, hippie.
Hey Jeff, I'm gonna step out so you can bring somebody else in if you want.
Hey, babe, I can put 10 up here, man. So you can stay if you want, but if you want to go, you go ahead, man.
No, I'll hang around. I just wasn't sure how many you can have in. It's my first.
No,
time
you
doing it.
good, baby. You good. No, everybody knows to hit that link that's pinned. If you want to come up here and chat with us a little bit.
I picked it on your Jeff is here because you had like 7 or 8 people asking.
Huh? You did?
I did audits with these glasses on. Quite funny.
Did you really?
I swear to God.
It's pinned. Is it not pinned on both channels, guys?
I didn't see it on Jeff is here. That's
Oh,
where
really?
that was the first place. I went.
Oh shit! Hang on, let's see.
But I posted it. I keep posting it on there.
All right. Well, thank you. I could have swore I pinned it on there too.
Hey,
It's not pinned on there. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey Jeff, you talk about change. Well, the quasi board who hammered me 2 weeks later, the Merrimack and change training for them and everything because they came in to try me and had me guilty from the start there. So
From the get go, that's how I say it. They had me. Look, Bo, they got you guilty before you even walk up to the damn place you audit. I mean, or cop watch. They got you guilty. They don't. Not all. Let me
Not
be,
all, right.
let me be right on that. Not 100% of them, but majority.
Too many.
Yeah.
many.
The percentage is way up there. Though. Let me just say that.
Yeah, it's all about the numbers, baby.
So there, what are they? 3 things that they can get you on for: disorderly, interference, and there's another one, which are so vague. You know, you could get disorderly for walking down the street the wrong way or whatever. You know,
well, let's be clear, Chester. They can get you for anything they can make up.
Right. Well,
right.
I mean, there's 3 go-to ones, right?
Oh, absolutely. But
they will lie, and they will lie in those police reports.
Absolutely.
They will lie.
If they want to bad enough, they'll put whatever they need to put down there to get the DA to go for it, or magistrate to go for it. That's what they do.
Right.
And then they got the resisting and with
failure to ID. Yes.
You know,
well, that's the one that they got me on both my arrest. It was resisting an officer by not producing my ID.
Right, but was there when you think about Terry v. Ohio, when you think about all these case laws that relate to, do you ID first, or is it failure to ID? Does the chicken come first or the egg?
Well, I always know that there's no reason to ID unless you commit a crime. So
that's right, unless there's an articulate suspicion of a crime in progress about to happen, or somehow you already broke a law. That's Terry v. Ohio. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they'll take that in a, I don't know what's your state. Are you in a ID state where you have to ID right away? State?
No, not at all.
Most states aren't, unless you're like 100 miles from the border, which I disagree with. But basically, you can apply that. I don't have to ID. I didn't break any law. What the hell are you doing? And when you get in front of a judge, as long as you didn't do, which is what I've been saying earlier, you didn't, because a judge, I don't care about the law. I don't care if the law says that you're wrong or you're right. When you get in front of a judge, that judge can say in their mind, well, I don't like the way he acted. I don't like the words he used. And that judge will sentence you regardless of the law, and that's their four walls. And it's happened to me. It can happen to you.
That's right.
Butt
That's what happened.
hurt.
That's what happened to me.
He
Happened to me.
sends you for butt hurt.
That's right. Hey, no name. Good to see you.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and hook for a while.
All right. Thank you.
Speaking of being locked up,
It's a hook.
Yeah. Tell him what shirt you had on, Derry.
you know what, Jeff?
I'm just thinking, it ain't my fault, man. It wasn't my fault.
It is. It is so your fault.
No, it's not.
I got locked up doing an audit for wearing Jeff's shirt.
And it,
Oh my God, the
What did it
t-shirt
say on
was
it?
bad. They got butt hurt over your t-shirt.
What did it say? What did it say?
Bam. It said bam.
Bam, take this with 2 middle fingers. There you go.
Wait. Oh, that's on the back.
Wait, the Supreme Court has protected our middle fingers.
Many times.
Bam.
Many times Supreme Court has ruled about that middle finger, and yet police officers will still harass people for it and lock them up.
Man.
So
You'll do the vibe, but don't complain.
I'm not going to show you.
Hippie in the background. FTP, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can read that, but I got to go to court on February 8th, 2022 at 8:30.
For?
Why so far away? What about habeas corpus? What about habeas corpus? Why are you going to February on 2022 for a case when you should be honored a quick and speedy trial?
Oh, beer virus.
Well, I'm not gonna say the name. The C word, right?
I say beer virus.
Yeah, right. So what happens is they don't. This is what they say now, right? They're so backed up because of it, right? Because there wasn't no courts. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's like,
Dude,
look,
all you gotta do is file a motion to dismiss based on habeas corpus. You are guaranteed a guaranteed trial within 180 days. That's just look it up. I'm not making it up.
I know. Listen. I know. I know, but listen. What happened was, I got an appeal that's been going on for over a year. And where did my speedy trial go?
Wow.
And this is the appeal too, not.
Well, did your attorney
trial.
file for extensions, motions for delay? You know, there are all kinds of factors in there. I don't know about your specific case. I'm not an attorney.
Yeah, I know, I got you.
Me either. I just play one on Saturdays.
Yeah, I just stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. What?
Yeah.
I said me either. I just play one on Saturdays.
Right.
Oh God! Look who's
What
here.
up, Jason.
Man, y'all.
My brother. Channel, actually.
Jason.
What's on his hat? I can't see it. What's on his hat?
Oh, hey, Jeff.
Right. Got you.
My point is, even with COVID, even with all these issues,
Pig Man, you in the hospital? I'm sorry, Tyrone. Pig Man video audit. So you're in the hospital?
Yeah, I'm back in the hospital. It's like my 4th time in a matter of 2 months. I had my gallbladder taken out. I've been septic twice. Pneumonia. I'm septic now. Plus, I have organ failure. They tell me.
Oh man.
So I'm fighting.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope you a speedy recovery. All right.
Oh my God, I send prayers for you, but my dad recently recovered from those things.
Fuck you, Jeff.
They gave him a catheter and washed him out, and he feels better now. I think he'll be walking again soon. Yay! Yeah. But then I wonder, he can't really go home to his own house. He burned his bridges with his wife and his son, and they're gonna flee.
All right, let's get
If
back
he
to
goes home.
let's keep the topic going here. Let's don't
Okay.
veer off too much here, okay?
Sorry.
So
I have a question for you, Jeff.
Okay, go ahead.
So you sent me an email, and for me, it was very personal. It was very long, and it was very articulate.
No,
go
you
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. No.
I wanted to ask you a question in front of your subscribers. What was the heart of that message or questioning, and what did you want it to portray to your subscribers?
Man, you're gonna make me remember what the fuck I wrote like 4 days ago. Hang on, let me see. Hang on.
Why did you like my last video? Let's start there.
Oh, okay, there you go. All you had to do is refresh my memory. There you go.
You got it. You got it.
Well, you told a lot of. I mean, you was asking and telling a lot of what's going on with me, right? Do I keep going? Is it worth it?
Talk about it. Come on, talk about it.
To get locked up, you know. Is
I can answer that.
does your family, you know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot in that email, right? And it touched on a little bit of everything. So the live stream made me feel like he was talking to me, and that was the main thing. When he was talking about his struggles, you know, and the mental stuff that was going through his head about, do I even want to keep doing it? Do I want to come back to it? Do I have the passion to want to return? And I wrote in there, I hope that he does. I hope he does return, because he was missed, right? I did miss, and I was wondering what happened. Like, and he had a lot of tragic stuff happen during that whole year, and he's been gone for a year. And by the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to New England Truth, it'd be worth it to even just go back and watch some of his old content.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. So, because I really, I don't know. I reached out to him and I asked him to send me an email so I can email him, and we've been talking back and forth through email, and he's got a lot of stuff that that I'm going through the same stuff in my head, right? So it kind of touched me in that way, right? And I'm a caring. Listen, I'm a big old tough, fat, redneck, tatted up, beast, right? Well, when I have to be, right? When I have to be, I am. I'm not like that every day. I'm not, and I'm not playing a role. It's just I know when to put that face on, right? I know when I need to, and when I don't, right? I'm a caring. I'm a loving, caring husband. I love my family. I love my boys and my daughters and my wife, right? I love them to death, and I wouldn't be here without them. Absolutely wouldn't be. But I also love you guys. I also do it for you guys as well, and not just them.
So in my video, I talked about the balancing between auditing, the consequences therein, and your personal life. And that's what I thought we really connected on was how do you juggle that, and how far are you going to go, and what do we do moving forward to enact real change? That's the way I got your message. Right. Even though you may not have thought that's what you said, that's what I got.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I was getting at. I mean, you said it better than I did just then, but I mean that's why I was kind of poking around at that, but and that is a great question. How do we, right? How do we balance it? Home life versus your recording life, right? Sure. Because both of them suffer at some point, right? Your family suffers, especially if you get locked up, right?
Sure.
Okay, and if you don't go out and do it, it suffers. The people don't learn about their rights and stuff if you don't go out and do it. So it is a balancing act for sure. And I'll take some opinions on how to go about doing that. Absolutely.
Sure. And at some point you get to a point where I think I did, where you have a sense of obligation to the actual subscribers And then that actually weighs on you versus your actual personal. So you're actually, wait a minute, I got to make a couple videos this week or else, people will say, where you been or something,
I think about that. I do think about that. I really do, because I can't go out but once a week, sometimes twice a week because of my health, right? Because of my back, my feet, my knees. Hell, like I told Tyrone, I'm like, it'd be better to tell you what don't hurt. And I said, my left pinky is don't hurt, right? That's the only thing, right? It'd be faster to tell you what don't.
Wow.
So I can't, I can't do videos every day. I can't do it. It's just no way. So I do feel obligated to at least put one a week up, and sometimes two.
Sure.
For my supporters, because that's why they subscribe, right? That's why they donate. That's why that's why they like me, because of my content.
And that becomes part of that algorithm.
You're a good person.
Right. Well, there you go. Thank you, Jason. Some do like me because of me, right? My personality and my kindness when I am kind. That I do help people, right? When need help. Some are undeserving of it. I've said that before. But but the majority of them, Jason, they're subscribed to me to watch my videos, right? Most of them are.
Right.
So I have an obligation, just like New England True said, to at least pump out 2 a week, right?
And that becomes part of that algorithm of balancing your personal life with your activism. Because the activism, once you walk out that door and you strap on, you're ready to roll, it's consequential, potentially consequential. I don't care where you are. You can have a rogue cop that doesn't give a shit about the law, and you're screwed. Yep. So it's potentially consequential. So it becomes like this 2 worlds almost. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So how do you balance it?
That's what I've been searching. That's why I came back. When I first came back, I bumped into Hippie Auditor's channel, and I kind of had a little epiphany, like a little revelation. And I said, wait a second. If my personality is so strong, which it is, I'm kind of like you. We both have type A personalities, regardless of our communication skills. Right. If I'm going to go out there and I want to make a point, my point can be less consequential if I approach it differently, because how I approach a situation has a direct impact on the outcome. So it's not always going to work out, but my percentage, I like numbers. So my percentages are higher if I act like a more passive, loving person in my videos. It won't get as many hits. That's the thing. It won't get as many hits, but it'll be more advantageous long term. I look at long term. Turner v. Driver, he's an auditor. People who enact actual case law because they're actually doing the right thing when it comes in front of any judge, because judges can be prejudicial just like anybody else. So I think that at the end of the day, the right thing to do is to be a passive auditor, not like, and I'm not trying to criticize you, I'm criticizing myself, not like I've been in the past.
Right. Well, go ahead there.
It's a great topic.
Jeff, I want to just throw my little 2 cents in here. I was actually thinking about just stopping altogether, because I feel I don't get a lot of support. I mean, 1 or 2, 3 people, or 2 or 3 people comes on. I got over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not. Trust me, this is not sour grapes or anything. I'm just saying, the reality. And then somebody asked the question. I think it was New England asked that question. Why do I do what I do? And my theory from when I first started to now is that I do it for other people's freedom, including mine. You understand what I'm saying? So I have that balance of, I want to quit altogether, but
Well,
what?
your real issue is lack of support, is what I'm hearing, and by coming on these panels and chiming yourself and saying, "Look, I'm here. I'm part of the community. You're doing the right thing," and eventually that will happen. So just keep doing what you're doing. Everybody support Black National Freedom Fighter. Somebody post a link. Give the guys some love.
Right on.
Don't give up on the community. Don't give up. You're here for a reason. Obviously, you still want to be here.
I do, and I'm kind of I'm in between here.
Let me say this. Hang on, Derek. Listen. I didn't have a lot of support, when I first started, right? And it took a video, and I'm being real here, right? I'm telling you exactly the honest truth. It took one or two, like,
Pigman, could you mute, please?
yeah, we got some feedback going on. Thanks, Jason. One or two of videos, and that got me exposure, I guess. And I don't even know how it did it, because it wasn't even, I wasn't even driving. It was that video, that the funny cop video, right? That we laughed at, and that was it. And then like 3 different channels shared the video, and that got me, where I'm at. Well, not
Just
totally where I'm at, but
Well, here's the deal, though. I've been doing this since 2004.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't know you've been doing it that long.
I've been doing this for a while. Jason, somebody hippies send you a message there. I've been doing this.
Call me hippie.
I've been doing this since
singing black. You still singing Black Man?
I haven't done it lately because I got sick for a while and my throat kind of went crazy there. So
sorry,
but it is what it is.
I got you, Derek, man. You think you've been getting the shaft because nobody's supporting you? Is that right?
Basically,
I mean, that's my words, of course. That's my words. That's the words I use. But don't let it get you down, man. Just keep doing it because that's what you want to do. Don't do it, but just because you want more support doing it, right? I mean, that's not the end goal, right?
That's right.
Right, but if I get in a jam, I want to have somebody to back me up.
Oh, I got you there. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. When I got into this, I didn't do it for anybody to say, "Hey, you're doing the right thing." I didn't get into it for anybody to say, "Hey, you're doing the wrong thing." I got into this because I believed in something. I accepted the consequences, and I never have ever in any video ever asked for, what? I'm doing this for me. And I think Jeff feels the same way. He's doing it because he believes in it. And that's it. To thine own self be true, William Shakespeare.
Right. Let's say hey to Leslie. Hey, Leslie, good to see you.
Can I jump in here real quick?
No, go ahead, Mr. Hippie.
One lucky thing for me is that my wife supports everything I do. We've been together since we were kids. We met when we were 15. And I have an arrest video on my channel, a little pet peeve of mine, and I asked her permission. I knew I was going to get arrested when I went down there. I said, "You mind?" Fuck no. She said, "Is that what you want to do?" I said, "Yeah." That for me makes a big difference for me, And let me just comment a little for you supporters out there and people that subscribe. I can remember a time when I first started out here and I'm 50 subscribers and I'm, messaging out to people and feeling a little bit shunned, like, oh, no support. But let me tell you, as I've come up the road here, I was hit by Schrodinger's cat. I got hundreds and hundreds of bad comments from people and I responded to every one. But what I'm trying to get here is that now that I've reached 700, I'm barely able to keep up with every comment. And it's something that I'm a bit obsessed with. And I just can't imagine being where Jeff is, where 100,000, 70,000 people, wherever he's at, beautiful people that subscribe to him, and there's just no possible way that you could possibly answer every one of those comments. So
how do you do that, Jeff? How do you respond to that many people? You got 75,000 subscribers, I think. How do you respond to all that?
How do I respond to the comments?
Yes.
I don't respond to all of them. I can't. There's no way.
Right.
And I even asked, and this is a true story, guy. And everything I say, dude, is absolute truth, right? I don't have no reason to lie about anything. I'm transparent as I can be. I even asked my wife to step in, right? And she really don't. She don't like what I do. She supports what I do, but she don't like what I do, right? She's scared. She's nervous. Just like a wife should be, right? Their husband going out and standing in front of people with guns and crazy people trying to grab you and hit you and do all kinds of crazy, kill you. Right. So there's no way I cannot answer every comment, right? Because I get a lot of questions in the comments. I try to answer as many as I can. I try my best to heart every freaking one of them that I can, right? But truth be told, there's no way I can do it. I get thousands of comments, thousands on almost every video. Some videos more than others, of course. But there's no way to answer all of them. And if I don't, then I will try to address it on the next live stream. Are you out there? Thanks for being here, man. I will try to address it on the next live if I remember. And try to answer a few questions during a live, right? If there's no real action in front of me that I can take my attention off of what's in front of me to the chat, then I'll answer some questions that way. I mean, that's the only way you can do it.
What about on your when you go live? Do you have a lot of trolls come in, and who do you decide who stays in your chats and who doesn't?
My mods know. They know what I allow and what I don't allow. Most of them do. Anybody they can come and troll, but no, if they not spewing hate speech, you know what I mean, and talking about die cop or all cops need to die, I don't allow that stuff, man. It's just not. Even in my comments, I'll delete it, right? Because I don't want my channel being like that, right? Because I don't want cops to die. I don't.
Well, there are people who feel, if you're standing up for this is why he asked the question, because this happened in Hippie Auditor's channel recently. If you're standing up for the First Amendment and then you stop people from saying that you're an idiot, how do you justify that I have my answer. I want to ask you yours.
Yeah, Jason said it best. Welcome to YouTube. There's always going to be those. It's always going to be those. I ignore them most of the time. I won't acknowledge it, and a lot of times they'll just go away.
Sure. Here's my answer.
And unless they are spewing hate speech, talking about killing somebody or doxing. No doxing on here whatsoever. Putting nobody's information, even if it's a cop that arrested me. You're not doing that here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So unless it's stuff like that, I allow most of everything.
Well, here's my thing. If they come in and their intent is to just disrupt and not participate, then they're just really a troll. They're not here to be a part of the family, be a part of the discussion. Because you can come in and have a dissenting opinion, but just do it the right way.
Absolutely. So, you can disagree with me all day long. That don't mean it's being hateful. I don't take that as being hateful. That's just hey, I don't want everybody to fucking agree with me.
Right.
I mean, I don't. I mean, because that would be a boring freaking place, right? Everybody, yes, sir, yes, you done great, yes, this, yes, that. The only reason we learn is to when people bring it to our attention that stuff that we do wrong, right?
Get some back and forth,
right, exactly. So yeah, you can hate me, you don't have to like me, man. You know.
But the other thing is that a YouTube channel is actually a private channel. It's for you. You're the person who has that channel. And if somebody comes in and starts talking, let's say you're a liberal and they come in and start talking about anti-gay stuff, you have every right. Just like if you go into a restaurant,
you can find Rebel somewhere else right now if you want to. He's live. You can go find him.
What?
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
Who's Jason? Jason, who are you talking to? Well,
Nah.
Who brought up Rebel?
Nah.
Who? Oh, in the chat?
Yep.
Oh, well, they can go find him somewhere else.
Oh, on panel.
Oh, anyway, whatever. I don't know nothing about no Rebel, so I don't know nothing about that.
We do have a Rebel in the house. That's hippie with those glasses.
Right, there you go.
Back to the 70s.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I will allow a lot of speech, and like I said, the mods know what I like, because listen, this is the thing about my mods, right? I'm personal with my mods, right? We've actually a lot of us has talked on the phone. Every one of my mods we have talked, and if I'm not mistaken, most of them we have met. So, and we have been together for a long time, right? We've been through the good and the bad, so they know. The trolls that come in here that try to do stuff like that, they know to get rid of them. I don't even have to say nothing anymore to them, right? Yeah. And I don't question them. If they kick somebody out, there's a damn reason they kicked them out.
Okay.
And I don't question them, not one bit.
You heard that, hippie?
I know what.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
On the spot. Bam.
I'm gonna be quiet right now.
You're a good man.
I know I'm late to the party, but when you talk about other auditors, what happened to ice cold audits?
I have no idea. Somebody said he was missing or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've seen a bunch of streams that he's missing.
Drama-free zone.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good. But I've heard somebody say he was missing or something. I don't really know, to be honest with you.
My mom used to say everything comes out in the wash. If you're a real person, you're a good person, it'll show.
No doubt. And that's all I ever claim to be. I'm just me. I'm a simple guy. I go out and I know that looks like it's on her neck now, don't it? That's pretty cool. Thanks for moving over. I thought that was pretty cool, that little thing. I don't know where I got it from, but it's actually pretty funny.
Hey guys, keep up good work on Pigman.
All right, man. Pigman, have a good one, man. I hope you get feeling better and get out of there, dude.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, please.
Oh man, now it's on you. Oh shoot. Hang on. I'll take it off. Hang on.
Oh, brother, I don't care, bro. Come on.
No.
Leave it there.
I got
that fucking thing's great.
I got
want
more.
to say hello to Dennison, Ellie,
Constitutional
Anarchist, I'm trying to find all the people from
Hippie World.
Hippie channel.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Mark for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Yeah.
Coming after you. I'm gonna find out who you are.
From Ireland. Thank you. Hey, and I like the fact that a lot of people watch my channel from around the world, which most channels do have people from around the world, right? Sure. But I like knowing, I ask them, hey, leave in the comments where you're from, and man, they from all over, dude. Absolutely all over. It's awesome.
Fuck you, no justice.
Can I just say I went into a British channel the other night, BuzzTech, and the guy runs a crazy, amazing show. He puts up some kind of character that is not actually him, and then the next day I came online and there was 30 Brits in my channel, and then I had a couple of Aussies at the same time, and I'm just like mind blowing. I love that shit. Love having people from all over.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
Right?
But Hippie, Hippie, you gotta understand, this No Justice guy, he's nothing but a fucking troll. He does bad shit.
No Justice is my best friend. I gotta tell everybody, he's the first
He's a
person.
piece of shit.
First person I gave my real info in my life to on YouTube in the 3 months I've been here doing auditing and all the things. No Justice was the first person, and we have a very beautiful relationship. Let me just.
No Justice is talented, man.
I love him.
He is talented as a mug, man. I love him too. He's awesome.
He's talented. The thing is, he's
Don't get on his
extremely
bad side, though.
satirical. Yeah, he's satirical. He's going to make fun of everybody, and that really pisses some people off.
Yeah, it does.
But I gave him all my pictures, all my information. I said, go ahead, have at it.
Right. He's he is something else, man. He's a different breed, that's for sure.
Yes, he is.
Authority check's been up here for a minute. What's up, man? You got something you want to add?
I was trying to let everybody get what they had to get out before I jumped in here. I'm traveling right now. I'm traveling back home from I'm traveling to Corpus Christi from Houston, and what's that guy? Black National Freedom Fighter. He was talking about how he didn't feel like he was very supported in the community right now, and I just wanted to say, man, sometimes it takes a minute for everybody to catch your personality, to catch what you're doing. Just take your time, man. Don't get down on yourself. Some people start off kind of slow, and then it builds from there. So that's pretty much what I wanted to come up and talk about. Just trying to give the guy some a little bit of a push.
Yeah.
I mean, not every channel's the same. I mean, I think Ninja said it earlier. If every crayon in the box was blue, green, yellow, it'd just be boring. So I mean, you're gonna have different personalities, different traits. Some people are more into fucking post office audits or government buildings, and some people are a little more into the cop watching. You're gonna get nice different amounts of flavor. Just be true to yourself, Ben, and people will start to appreciate you and start following you a little bit more. I mean, that's the approach I've taken with my channel.
Right. That's why I think a lot of people watch my channel versus others, right? And they do watch others. I'm not that naive not to think that, because a lot of them say, even send me comments about, hey, you should watch Amagats and Press. You should watch, which I already do, right? That's who I started watching when I first started watching auditing videos, right? News Now Houston, Amagats at SGV, San Joaquin. I mean, High Desert Community Watch, the list goes on.
High Desert, yeah.
And then, of course, New England Truth.
Eric Brandt.
Eric Brandt,
Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely.
New England Truth, yes.
Yeah, right. But, I think, and that's why a lot of people like watching mine, because I am different, right? I bring a little comic relief to some of my videos, right? I say some funny shit. I don't rehearse. It's not planned. It just comes out because I am very, my vocabulary is not that big. So I just use simple words like Big Daddy House,
What the fuck you just call me?
Yeah. And and I just make I make people laugh. So that's where mine different from other video or other auditors is I'm kind of funny when it comes to stuff like that.
I think that what we talked about yesterday about we have different communication skills. Our style is the same and our end result is the same. It's kind of like a crayon box where we are different colors, but we still want the end result to be the same as a beautiful picture of freedom and understanding between the police and us.
Absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree.
I think the only thing I really get offended, well, I wouldn't say even offended, people are entitled to their opinion. But when people say that, there's a right way to do auditing, there's a wrong way to do auditing, somebody brought something up to me the other day. I don't remember what panel I was on, but they said, I don't see myself as an auditor. I just see myself as a person that as a rights exerciser. I'm exercising my rights. That's what I am. And I started thinking about it. I was like, man, yeah, I like that thought. I really like that thought. I don't care if you like this type of audit or that type of audit, or if this isn't your opinion of an audit. How about I'm just out there exercising my rights, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. If you don't like it, then go out there and do it your damn self.
I can explain it.
And hang on, Jason. And a lot of times I won't even say auditing, right? I'm going out recording. Yeah. I'm going out recording. I want to be left alone. I want them to not infringe on my right to do exactly what I come out here to do, right? Don't mess with me and everything will be just fine. A lot of, I will put in the title First Amendment audit, right? But I'm just going out there with being a free American out there recording pretty much, and that's all we all do, right?
Public photography.
We just want to be left alone.
Oh, that's just it. I don't consider myself an auditor, but I go around driving and I have a camera. So that means I should stop and record if I see something horrible.
Right on. Always record whatever.
I wish I knew how to make my camera go faster, but okay.
You put a
That's
VA.
A beautiful thing. Everybody record, please.
Put a V8 in it, then it'll go faster. What?
A V8 like the tomato juice?
No. Put a 5.7 liter Hemi in it, and it'll go faster.
Oh, I have a big argument about Hemis.
All right. We're getting off track. All right.
Good. I don't think Hemis are good.
All right.
No, they don't do it like they should.
So, New England Truth, anything else you want to bring up?
Well, I asked some pretty good questions, I thought, and I'm trying to get to a solution here. And
solution.
I think that the more we talk about it, the better it is, instead of focusing on the negativity, which it seems that the community seems to trend towards, which for me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all these people talking about all the same stuff, it doesn't matter. Like somebody said, whoever you are, as long as you're doing what you're doing, it's going to add to the bigger picture, which is the problem is the police in the United States of America. The problem is the police in the United States of America. And we need to do something about that so that we can get to some kind of balance with them. So I just wanted to talk about those deeper subjects that people don't seem to talk about. And they seem to focus on the problem, and then the hippie puts up FTP. So
yeah, I got a question.
What am I supposed to do here, Jeff?
Yeah, I got a question from the chat here. Okay, D. Stevens wants to know if I can put in a request for the officer's body cam. No, you can put it in. That don't mean you're going to get it.
Yes, they will not respect your FOIA request or FOIA request in New York. They will not do it.
Well, here in North Carolina, it takes a Superior Court judge to get any type of body cam or any kind of cam footage.
And I've gone in front of a Superior Court judge and said to that judge, please compel the police department to release the information so that I have that before trial. The judge said no.
Yep. That's what they do here too. They won't let you have it.
CFW.
Hey, CFW. What's up?
Jeff, do you have any questions for me?
Who?
Hang on, I got to change. Do I have any questions for you? Yes, I do have a question. Do you think you'll get back into your activism here in the near future?
I appreciate that question, and I do have a couple of dates with people to initiate something. In Massachusetts, I still have like 6 cases. I can't even drive in Massachusetts.
I got you.
But as long as I'm not in Mass, I'm okay. I was going to go to New Hampshire and meet hippie auditor and do something with the Free Keene project out there. I'm hoping to do that.
I'm thinking that, and this is why I wanted to talk to you. I'm thinking that I'm going to change my approach completely. I'm going to do this for the bigger picture at the sacrifice of my own personal, I want to stand up, man. When you piss at me, I'm going to piss at you back. But I'm thinking that for the bigger picture, I got to change. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to be out there. I've got a new vehicle with tow capacity. I've got a camper. I want a better camper, a newer camper. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tour the United States like a lot of different people have done and are doing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do audits across the country. And I'm going to definitely schedule a visit with you, because I'm a moderator in your channel. You're a moderator on mine, but I've actually never met you physically. Right. And I would love to.
And when you was gone, and I won't make this a long drawn out story, but the year you was gone, I went and seen a lot of people. I actually done some traveling of my own. I went to Florida and met PDF and Rogue Nation and Maddie. I met I went out auditing with Blind Justice and all that stuff that happened in Madison and stuff. And I went to Colorado, met Liberty Bird and Janet Madison and Monkey 83.
You met Monkey and you met Liberty Bird. Oh,
wow. Liberty Freak, Pikes Peak,
okay.
Otto the Watchdog, Eric Brandt. I got to meet Eric Brandt before he got put away.
They dropped Otto's case. Fuck yeah.
You said Otto. Did they drop his case? Which case?
Yes. The child endangerment, right?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that means he gets his kids back if he doesn't have child endangerment, right?
Should.
I hope so.
That was awesome. That was awesome to hear. And I met Joe Cool. We've hung out a couple of times.
I love Joe Cool.
Yeah, and who else? Dang it, I can't. I went to Georgia and met Peachy Ryder, Johnny Rotten.
Peachy Ryder, okay, with Sarah, yeah.
Patriot Defense, was out that way.
Yes,
Bubba Chambers. There's so many, dude. Harry and Bonsale with Mama Gnome, and I've met a lot of people from going from different states, man. And I've even done video with Auditing America. This is like 2 years ago.
From Rhode Island.
This is like 2 years ago.
This asshole back up on your panel. I love you to death.
Right. And Jason guy here on the panel
burning nothing, buddy.
burnt one of my business cards because he thought I did something that I didn't do. It was all a misunderstanding, so everything's good.
Being really fucking drunk.
Yeah, right. But
my husband even watches you.
Right. Well, that's awesome. And so that's an awesome thing to travel Knowing the Truth and to get out there and to meet all these different personalities and different people. I still want to go meet SGV and Johnny 5-0 and San Joaquin, all them guys in California.
On that coast, yeah. A lot of auditors out there versus this side, right?
Right, absolutely. So
yeah.
I still want to do that. And I will. It may take time, but I will.
The auditors on the East Coast need to have a stronger bond because there's fewer of us than on that coast. We need to really stay together.
I know exactly. There's a Monkey. Speaking of Monkey, I got to go to Janet's kitchen. Hung out with Janet Monkey, and that was awesome. I met Cut the Plastic, Anna. Shoot, man, I can't even name them. I know there's some I'm leaving out, dude. I can't even name them all, man. There's so many.
I did an audit in Lowell, Mass. Specifically for Monkey 83. We were talking on the phone, and he said, "Just go out there and whatever you do, mention my name." And the guy that I met in that video a year later was the cop was arrested for raping prostitutes.
Wow.
Yeah, he himself in that video.
Take this question, New England Truth.
Yes.
Question on the screen.
Okay. Anyone on the panel in chat know how to get around to party consent while being
I can't see it.
right in public? Two-party consent.
That means you got to have the person that you videotaping's consent to release any
Well,
footage.
the wiretapping laws and the laws that relate to public photography are very clear. When you're talking to somebody in the government, there can be, which is why I always announce, by the way, you are being recorded when it comes to a government official. But when it comes to public, there's no two-party shit anywhere. That's it. You're in public. If you're in public, we live in a society, you should accept the fact that you live in public. And how many cell phones are in the world? 300, or in the United States? 300 million cell phones in the United States of America that can record video?
Wait, no, how many
Get over
security
it.
cameras? How many security cameras?
That's right. That's right. So get over it. We're in public. But the problem is that you need to educate government officials and police officers on the fact that that's actually very much okay. Many case laws, it's our Constitution. The only guaranteed employment in the United States of America is the ability to be a journalist and take pictures and tell the truth. That's the only guaranteed employment in our Constitution.
You're guaranteed to be a citizen.
We got a guy in here, pissed off taxpayer right now. He's going through that right now for calling his local mayor and having a discussion. And next thing you know, men with guns showed up at his house and arrested him for wiretap.
Did he state this is being recorded?
Unfortunately, unfortunately, he didn't know.
But state by state, wiretapping laws can change. You have to be aware of those wiretapping laws.
Pissed
Well,
off.
I am aware it's a one-party state in Michigan.
I'm not from Michigan, but anybody, whatever state you're in, just make sure before you do that, especially if you're going to publish it on YouTube, you check those wiretapping laws.
Oh, no, I used it in my divorce. I recorded him as he made bad things at me. It did not help.
Trying to get New England Truth's link out here for you guys. Somebody asked for it in the chat. There it is. One of the mods post or copy that, and so I don't have to keep doing it.
Oh, I can hear you now. You got it good.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I have a question.
Please sub to New England Truth. I'd appreciate it.
Go ahead, CFW.
Send me money. No, just playing. Okay, so happy hippie. To happy hippie. Okay, I noticed that you started auditing one way, and then like there was a blip, like you've changed a lot. Like what caused the change, and how have you approached your auditing different because of that?
Good question.
She talking to me?
Yeah, she talking to you.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I thought Happy Hippie is a different auditor.
He's not happy anymore. It seems. He's mad. more.
She's not
mad.
happy.
He's mad.
I'm happy. I'm definitely happy. That if you're talking about my arrest and the Schrodinger video, that's a little bit of a pet peeve over there. The reason why I went and got arrested after getting trespassed is because I believe that's public property, and I'm going to fight it out in court.
Oh, I was talking about that. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I honestly, I treat everybody with the respect I've given. I've yet to have anybody disrespect me in any of my audits, and so as long as people are gonna respect me, and you know, I've had some rough spots with ladies, but like I said earlier, I treat them with the utmost respect, even though they stomp all over me. You know what I mean?
But Hippie, didn't you do 5 audits the other day and 5 passes on a live show?
I did. Yeah, I did. That was my first audit in a while. I've been a bit scared. They got me in bail right now, and I feel like with COVID, if I get nipped for any reason, they might hold me for a period of time because I'm still got pending charge. You know, so I've been laying low. I've been addicted to this panel shit. I ran a 13-hour panel the other day, literally. So
you're changed. You have evolved. I should have used that word evolved.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
well-
they silenced you?
I'm learning bad cop news. You know what I mean? Watching people like Jeff and New England Truth and
You know,
you know.
right? You know me, right? It's that's my newest news channel. It's Carolina.
But you've been
You know
in my
that's me,
channel
right?
before. You've been in my channel before. I
Yeah,
appreciate you. I appreciate you, dear. Thank you very much.
Is that you there? Okay, I got you. Authority check. I was want to make sure that was you
Authority
before I
check.
plugged you up here.
What's up, CFW?
Oh, the sun
Yeah,
is
man. Let me
going
ask
down.
CFW something. Why didn't you put your channel name up instead of Bad Cop News?
Because when I was trying to get
I am
into
not
when I was trying to
CFW.
get the stream, it wouldn't take my other 2 channels, so I had to put my newest one up there. I don't know why.
Oh,
And it's a brand new. I had to get a brand new phone because my old phone just like I broke it like really
That's
bad.
weird.
Yeah,
So it's
iPhones are
updating
stupid.
everything.
That's your fault.
And
Hey,
so
Jeff.
this is a Galaxy. I really like the picture in it, but look at my old phone's got all like
Yeah,
chips and
That's
lines.
fine.
They're
Oh,
telling me
yeah.
I need 3 brand new phones. I want to find a service that will work with my old phones.
Why? Get a new
What the fuck
phone.
do you need a phone for?
Get a new phone.
I
Hey,
have no
Brian from
landline.
Scotland.
To work with the 5G, so you get
But you
cancer
got
from the 5G
internet.
tower.
You're here.
Why would you want to still use like? Oh, they came out with a new flip phone too.
Fucking hell.
Kind of weird.
I don't doubt that a bit.
Hey, Jeff,
Um,
I want to ham it up a little bit here for a second, and I want to say that for those people who don't realize there are consequences in this auditing community, you're not you're not paying attention, because look at Jeff right now. He's got a fundraiser. He's trying to build some money for his court cases that are going to cost a lot of money. He's appealing a case, which I think is extremely brave. He's not accepting the consequences. He's appealing it. So if you want to support this community, if you can't, that's fine. But if you can't, just showing up is good. But if you can, please somebody post a link to Jeff's fundraiser for his legal fees.
Thank you. It's a PayPal pool. And let me say this too. The PayPal pool is going to disappear. Right. I got a PayPal email from PayPal. The PayPal pool is going to be no more in about 2 months. So anybody that's got a PayPal pool, if you don't have email or something, you better get it, because they'll send you a notification or an email saying PayPal pools are about to disappear. So anybody that's got one open, you better close it in the next month or so. And I got to close mine. And I hate doing that because it shows transparency, right?
Yes.
The PayPal pool does. Anybody can see how much money's in there, how much has been raised, who actually donated, and stuff like that. So it's going to be, I will miss the PayPal pool for that reason.
Does the same thing.
What?
I think GoFundMe does the same thing. Like shows the transparency.
But GoFundMe is a whole lot harder to get your money out. You know what I mean? It's just not, and I think they take a percentage too, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I have to ask Patrick about that.
GoFundMe
now,
definitely takes the percentage.
Hey, since y'all are on that topic, just throwing it out there. I mean, anybody that's listening to this, I have a case in LaPorte, Texas, for something as simple as a pedestrian in the roadway, and it cost me $500 out of my pocket to pay for a lawyer so that I can have representation to make sure that, because as easy as it is to just pay a ticket that's a $200 fine, it's the principle. It's part of why we're doing what we're doing. I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. And if I'm going to fucking pay any money to anybody, I'll pay it to the lawyer, just for the fact that these motherfuckers cannot take it in the name of the state. Fuck them.
Let me tell you something. A lot of these people that you're suing and everything, the civil for that, they don't get fired for that. They don't. Do you know what they get fired for? These cops get fired for lying and perjury. And lying on police reports. But they're not getting fired so I think spending that money is a waste. That money could be spent on getting a person out of jail that only needs a $100 bond. Much more. You could get 10 people out of jail that only have a $100 bond, rather than just giving it to a lawyer to get fat. Because the end result does not solve the problem. The problem, they get fired because of the perjury and the lies and the police reports, and the DA finally gets sick of them because they have to throw out all the cases. They can't trust them on court cases anymore. That's where you get them. The secret is turning in those stupid things to the internal affairs. Every time you can, you turn in a complaint. That's the one thing that gets them fired. Not the civil violation of civil rights, because they could just make a mistake, But lying, they can't make a mistake when they're lying. That's why you always have to put that. That's how you follow through, is make those complaints. You don't have to do it with money and a lawyer. And so the principle is already solved when you make the complaints on them and get that into their personnel file, because your lawyer thing's not get into their personnel file. It's not another mark against them. So take that $1,000 you're going to give to the bail bondsman and give that to those people that are rotting in jail right now, sitting in there for 15 months when the sentence would have only been 3 months, that were too poor to have $100 to get out. That's where you spend that money. Spend it on people in jail stuck there. In Tarrant County,
The only way to enact change in the United States of America is to have a federal lawsuit filed, get an average of $44,000 per lawsuit under Title 13, Section 241 and 242. It's the only way to really make an impact.
Most federal lawsuits are already pre-planned and ready to go. I mean, they use token people for their lawsuits. The Scopes trial, Scopes was
and token judges. I get it, but the only way to do it is to try that way. Jason,
Hippie's trying to keep Jason away.
So what are you gonna try to
Fuck
say?
you, hippie.
Yeah,
What are you gonna try to change how people act?
I'm sorry, Sid. Hang on. I think Hippie's trying to keep Jason awake. He's drinking.
I'm trying to tell him to open his fucking eyes, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You just call me?
Yeah.
She said Scopes.
Don't
Scope
forget,
and
hippie,
dope was a
little
common
channel,
thing
big
for
channel,
mommies
little
in the
channel,
40s.
big channel.
CFW. Saying everybody says, "Oh, you should sue them fuckers." Oh my God, you got a $100,000 lawsuit right there. Well, find me a fucking lawyer that'll sue them. That'll do it pro bono, and I'll sue every motherfucking one of them.
Right.
You find one of those. Find one of those lawyers, and I'll sue every fucking one of them that violated my rights.
They took away my maternity leave because I didn't want it.
Same people are on the same juries all the time. It's the same people showing up for the juries, and they like to please what that DA is doing. They don't want to fuck against that DA. So those are the kind of people that are gonna be on the jury when you take your lawsuit up there, and then all the DA has to do is say they're an agitator and they've done this before, and bam, you get your winnings is gonna be $1. That's it.
Yeah, well, they're gonna get 50,000, right? They'll give you 50,000. The damn lawyer's gonna take 59 of that, right?
Yeah, but as far as the money goes, the lawyer can have most of it. I don't care. It was either that or nothing. But I was so obvious that I was falsely arrested, and I couldn't find one lawyer to take my case, not one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got several, and I can't find one. So
isn't that sad? You can't find an attorney that will tell the truth.
You have to get beat up. That's the problem. You have to get beat up and hurt bad.
Exactly. You'll have to get leg broke, finger broke, shot, stabbed,
right.
Your ear tore off, your tongue, nose, something like that.
Just to be funny.
If they don't beat you, if they don't beat you up and you ain't bruised and really, really hurt bad, then they won't take the case.
How sad is that? How sad is that they can't actually stand up for our rights, which is their job, and we suffer. I don't get it.
They don't know constitutional law, and they don't know the rules because they only get.
I don't think they care about constitutional law.
They just do what their boss tells them to do, and they think that what they're doing is right. So that's a problem there too.
That's
they don't know
those
what they're doing
6 months only tell them what to do.
They don't know that they're breaking our rights. They don't know it. They don't know the Constitution.
Let me say this. HRP, thanks for a mod, man. As said, he's taking off. So thank you guys. Hey, Dr. Sean Berry. Hey, all you guys, man, thanks for being here. Not going to be on but about another 10 minutes, maybe 12 or so. I'm going to try to cut it at 2 hours. That way it's not too terrible long where other people might want to watch it, right? Because if it go on for 4 or 5 hours, they ain't going to watch. They probably won't watch it now anyway because it's 2 hours long.
You're right.
Some will. I mean, I could chop it up and re-upload it, but I probably won't. You know what I mean? It just takes too much time to do that.
I understand.
Even though we've had some awesome conversation here tonight, and I really thoroughly
very
enjoyed
productive, and that's what I think we should focus on is the positive, not the negative. Very productive conversations.
We can do this. We can do this once a week, not on this channel, not on NC Tyrant Hunter, right? But we can absolutely do a panel once a week on Jefferson Live, and we can have discussions like this. And invite people in to talk about whatever they want to talk about. I don't
Well,
have a
one thing
problem with that.
I think is, Jeff, you would come, if I would ask you now, respectfully, would you come on my channel next time?
Absolutely.
All right, good.
Yeah, you don't ask for nobody
100%.
else's. Yeah, okay, fine.
Absolutely, 100%.
Jeff, Jeff,
Love
Jeff,
to have
Jeff.
you.
No, if you invited, if you make it where I know that you're going to go live, I'll even share it on my community page and let everybody else know.
I've never done a panel. I've done this on YouTube for probably 4 years now. Never done a panel, but I would like to try it because I think that it's part of the solution.
Well, you know what? Let me say this now. Panels, and a hippie will probably agree with me. Panels are cesspools for a lot of bad people. And they will try to infiltrate. They will try to come in there and disrupt, right? So you got to make sure you got some good moderators in there that know how to weed all that bullshit out.
No,
am I not right, hippie? You know, right?
Well, I got to tell you, recently we had some kind of an issue, and somebody complained about some comments that were muted, and we called a meeting of some of the people that are important in my channel, and we've come to the conclusion that we're just going to kind of let a lot of rhetoric fly. We're not going to, unless it's hurtful or hateful towards someone in the channel, of course, doxing and blah, blah, blah. But we've decided now, it's probably crazy to say on your channel, but we're just going to kind of let everything fly now. Of course, there'll be no airing out your bullshit with some other channel or some other auditor. But
all I got to say to that, hippie, is good luck with that.
I hear you, man. Listen, Jeff.
How many fucking people are trying to dox me right now?
Listen, Jeff. Let me just tell you. When I first came into this, I thought it was going to be peace and love and little hearts everywhere.
I did too.
It's not like that.
Yeah. Let me say this again. There's some awesome freaking people. Awesome. I mean, I wouldn't trade my supporters for any supporters on YouTube or any other platform, right? But there's also the flip of that, the other side of the coin. There's some hateful SOBs on here that want to ruin your fucking life. And that's all they really want to do, man. So you gotta learn to weed those out, but not try to silence them, but just let them know, put your foot down. None of that shit's going down in here. If you're going to do it here, you can just see yourself out, or I'll show you the way.
Well, I think we've kind of got a pretty good family going now, where we've got a lot of the same people coming around. So
that's good. But and don't take this wrong, but when you get larger, when you get more subscribers, then you'll get more hate. You know what I mean?
That's what NET keeps warning me about over and over. As it grows, the hate grows, and I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, it will absolutely. But don't let that discourage anybody from doing panels, right? Because panels are awesome. Listen, I've done panels. You can ask CFW, you can ask Jason, you can ask No Name, you can ask most of them in the chat.
You do panels?
I've done panels for probably 8 months, every night at 6 o'clock, every night for about 8 months. I'm talking about every night, not every other night, not every week, every night at 6 on the dot. And it was exhausting. And I don't know how I did it, but I did. And
I love it. I don't know.
I don't do them anymore much, right? I will be, we can do one a week or something, or somebody else's panels or whatever. But I won't do that ever again, right? I will never do that many panels, because in New England Truth asked me this. Well, how did that work? Did you get more subscriber, more support? Did you get more views on your videos? No, It actually goes against you. It actually goes against you, especially when you get bigger. They don't want to see, your videos and you on panel too. So what they'll do is just go to your panels and you talk about your videos pretty much. So they don't even have to watch them. You know what I mean? They just go to your panel and you play them, right? I played some of mine, and they won't even watch your videos you upload because they don't want to. Yeah, they already know about it. You know, you already talked about it. So
I'm just looking for something different than you guys are, though. Money's not my object, you know.
No,
Family, big
I'm
family, people, you know, supporters. When I do audits, you know, it's cool to
yeah.
have some people with you. You know what I mean? As opposed to being alone out there.
But you still need like 300-400 to go live, right, Hippie?
I do, yeah. Jeff's brought me probably 40-50 here since I've been here. I appreciate you, Jeff.
That's
so
awesome.
much.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
good. But
It's
the
getting
thing
there.
about let's talk about the money thing, because I know a lot of people, you know, bring it up, right?
You're getting rich off of YouTube, Jeff. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. Well, the only way you make any good money off of YouTube is when you get up maybe to 100,000, 200,000, right?
That's
But
right.
you still
That's
gotta,
right.
but you still gotta put in the work, though. You just can't
That's
just,
right.
you know, you can't just stop, you know, recording, right? And you can't fall back on your old videos. You can do that for a little while, but you can't do it long. So you still got to put in the work. And I get some back now, right? Before I didn't get a dime back, and I didn't really care at the time, right? I spent money I didn't have, actually. And it's just awesome to be able to get some of that money back now. And it's really gratifying to get some back, because it costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money because especially when you got to put gas in these hog of these Hemis that me and CFW have, right? And we got to drive so far to places that don't know us, right? Or that don't you know, that hadn't learned already, right? Because a lot of places around here I go, they learned their lesson, right? They don't mess with me.
I hate that.
So
I hate that when I walk up to a cop watch and they go, "Hi,
we got to
Caroline."
keep driving, you know. So it costs a lot.
From a different town.
It costs a lot of money. It really does.
I don't
Anyway,
know. I know you're going to wrap up soon, Jeff, but I don't know how many people are in the chats. But you know, 300 people. If you haven't, anybody go to Hippie's channel, subscribe, and try to get him to go live on his next video. That would be friggin' awesome, man.
Yep. Somebody
Spread
put
that love,
Hippies.
man.
No, no. I just checked out to see how many people were watching Jeff's. There's oh wait, let me look again.
140.
7 people watching.
Yeah, right. It's 140.
Let's start here. Who's the other 2 watching?
Hi, all the policemen and all the detectives watching.
Right. All the trolls. Right.
And the trolls.
I had. Here we go. Here's a good comment right here.
What's it say?
Harassing you want to read it?
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
I can't see it.
Harassing innocent people for practicing their constitutionally protected right on taxpayer-funded public property is
standard procedure for badged domestic terrorists.
Damn, who wrote that?
That's funny.
Mr. Frederick.
Standard
Probably
procedure.
Well written.
Yeah.
Standard procedure.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's M-Star Media. Hey,
Yeah.
M-Star, long time no see.
I am live on both channels, but it's still only 135 watching right now. So, but we was up to about 300 at one point. But that's good. That's fine. I told New England Truth. I said not a lot of people like doing the panel thing, right? Not watching it. They want to see audits. They want to see cop watches.
Yes, they do.
I knew, when I started it, a lot of you guys, my subscribers wouldn't be here. So, but thank you guys. Thanks to the ones that were here or are here now. And I am going to wrap it up. I want to go around though and get the closing thoughts or whatever. I'll start with you, Jason. Jason, you got something you want to say or cheers or what?
Yeah, I just love you guys. Cheers.
Right on.
Cheers. Salute.
Hey, can you send me another card? It's getting cold in here.
Yeah, right. Fuck you, Jason. All right. Bye. See ya. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, CFW.
Don't listen to false narratives from police. Don't listen to them. Don't look. The police reports take with a grain of salt. They're not all truthful. So don't say, well, the police report said. Don't look at that police report as a factual piece of paper. It's just a subjective opinion. So, and try not to spin false narratives on either, because people just, we're human. So a lot of us exaggerate. So
That's right.
try to keep it real. That's it.
That's right. Be real. Let me say this before a lot of people leave. Some people's leaving right now. So I apologize if I didn't say hey to every one of you guys in the chat. I mean, there's so many people in the chat tonight. I can't, holler all you guys out, but I do appreciate each and every freaking one of you guys. I really do. I appreciate. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the donations. I still need a lot of help with the lawyer fees. So any help's greatly appreciated. Check out my merchandise. I don't make a lot of money on that merchandise. All I want to do is put my product out there just to spread the word of my channel. I'm not doing it to make money, even though I make like $2 a shirt, I think is what I make. Right. And I set that profit. I put that profit the low as I can get it. Right. So just keep that in mind. I'm not doing it for the money, not the merchandise stuff. I just want everybody to wear my shirts. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Have you spoken to a lawyer yet?
Do what?
Have you found a lawyer?
I do have one. Well, I think I'm going to use the same one, but I'm not 100% on that yet.
A lot of times people get a
but I
different
do
one.
know how much they cost. It's $7,000 for an appeal
it's
lawyer.
ridiculous. I've checked. They're high.
Yep. So that's what I'm trying to reach. I think, I don't know how much the pool is up now. I think it's like 3,500 in there now. So I'm almost halfway there on one lawyer, right? I got to have two. I got to have one for my other case, but that's been going on for 2 years. I don't know how long it's going to be keep going.
Because the video's right there. It's a judge. He should know the Constitution. I don't get it. I just don't know where these people come from.
I know. It is ridiculous, but
frustrating. It's frustrating when you know the Constitution. You know you were in the right, and the judge goes against you. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I saw the video. She can see the video. What's the problem? Just makes me so frustrated.
I agree. I'm more frustrated than you are. Trust me. I'm the one that's potentially got to do a 60 days in jail. So
hopefully you can get some. Maybe you'll get homebound, whatever, with an ankle monitor.
Well, that's the thing. The judge that sentenced me, she said, I don't even know if they do ankle monitors in his county, and she didn't even look. She just said 60 days.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. So she brought it up. I'm like, I'm sure they do. I mean, I thought they'd done that everywhere. Shit.
It's so sick that it's going to cost the county a lot of money to keep you there.
Right. But I was going to appeal it. I was going to appeal it anyway. Right. If they would have put a ankle monitor on me, I was going to appeal it. If they was going to give me probation, I was going to appeal it. So, I wasn't.
It's hard to win on appeal. It's very hard. You got to get a really good lawyer. It's they don't like to overturn the lower courts. So that's why you really need that.
I don't know. I've heard the opposite. I've heard you got better chance of getting it overturned in appeal.
Maybe it's your state. Maybe your state.
Yeah. Because you got a jury. It's going to be a jury of 12 of my peers. So, and I get to pick. I get to pick half of them. So hopefully we pick good. That's all I can say. And it only takes one. It only takes one that don't agree with what happened. I don't have to have 12. I just got to have one that don't agree. What's that news now, Houston? I don't know if that's really you in there or not, but what's happening? Let's see. Let me check. Nope. That's a fake. That's a fake one. See? Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a troll.
Yeah, that's a fake one, guys. All right. Thanks, CFW, for being here. Have a good one. Text me anytime. Oh, I texted you. You never answered me back, but that's all right.
Oh, I'm switching phones all around.
No, you good. All right. You still got my number, yeah?
I got your number permanently written on my arm for when I go to jail.
You got it tattooed on there. I hear you. No, I'm kidding.
The Sharpie's really,
I know. I got you. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys. Thank you guys again for being in the chat. Thank you, Jason, for the $3, man. I appreciate that. Man, so you want to say anything there, Mr. Hippie, before I kick you off?
No, I would just say thank you for what you do. Appreciate you very much, and keep up what you're doing. Appreciate your help and support. And NET, I love you, brother, and I'll see you tomorrow. And
Peace and pot leaf.
You guys, peace and pot leaves.
Right?
Have a great night, Jeff. Love
Right
you,
on,
man.
Thanks for being here, Hippie. Appreciate
Right.
you, man. Yeah.
Later.
What's happening?
Cheers. I was just wanting to talk about what's going on in Texas today.
Yeah. You tell us what's going on in Texas today.
Well, what's going on in Texas is nobody has rights to their body anymore.
I know. Ain't that something? I heard. I've seen that.
It's
and that is,
a lot of something. It's a big fucking deal.
yeah, no doubt.
They're telling 12-year-olds they ain't got to wear a mask in school, but they got to have a baby if they get pregnant.
Right.
Who the fuck tells that to you, an 11-year-old? I don't know.
Right. Is that? Do you have kids? Is that why you?
I do have kids.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, as someone who has been around like the female circuit, I think that this is fucked.
Yeah, I agree. They shouldn't be doing that. Absolutely.
Everyone over here knows somebody that has either had an abortion or will have an abortion, and they love that person.
Yeah.
You know someone that has had one, whether you think that you know their shit or not. They have had one, and you can't say shit to them about it. What you gonna do?
I'm not sure who you are. My name is Tyrone from New England Truth. What do you think that's going to do to Texas long term when it comes to the women in that state?
I think that the women in that state, I think the poverty level is going to grow.
Do you think there's going to be, like old days, the abortions that would be unsafe?
I think they're going to be
kind
backstage. I absolutely think they're going to be backstage abortions.
Yeah.
However, there's a $10,000 bounty on the doctors that perform it and the women that get it, but there ain't shit on the man that impregnated the bitch.
Right, and anybody can report that, and also, right, anybody can turn you in, right?
Yep.
Wow.
It's pathetic.
And that's the state that just became liberal when it came to its gun laws.
Yeah, well, I mean, on that.
It's so contradictory. No, it's contradictory.
Like, they're getting ready to legalize marijuana, but they can't. They're hang up on abortion. Like,
but it's like they pick and choose what you can be free with. They're going to tell you how to be free.
You're going to tell a 12-year-old they ain't got to wear a mask at school, but you're going to tell a 12-year-old that she has to have a baby?
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Let's see what another woman thinks about this. CFW, I see you still here. What do you think about this?
I think it's absolutely crazy. I'm in Texas myself, and for them to, it's not the government's job to tell us what we can do with our bodies, but it's turning into that. So, I mean, people are just going to go to Mexico and have their abortions, or Oklahoma.
Have unsafe abortions and die. Yep. That's what they're going to do, just like they did back then in the 1600s when it wasn't allowed.
Right.
Poking coat hangers up your pussy.
Well, Roe v. Wade wasn't that long ago, so it was actually, a lot sooner than that.
Well, actually,
even then, Roe v. Wade was also not fucking all the way around the country. So there were still women doing backyard abortions. Mm-hmm. But now there's a fucking bounty, a $10,000
I can't believe that. That's kind of like with China, their one-child rule. Remember when China?
Where the fuck are you getting this $10,000, Texas, motherfucker? I'm from Texas. I'm born and raised Houston. Where the fuck are you getting this money? To put on somebody's
they just
head.
don't let us know about it. They just didn't let us know about it. And probably some private person that's really high up in the church or something. Catholic church, maybe. I don't know.
Wait a minute. We're supposed to be separation of church and state.
Yeah, we are.
But how the fuck we gonna do all that and not
a secret donor? A secret donor. A secret donor who thinks it's a sin.
These churches
are
marrying
slap in the face to women.
To fucking grown